Happy Sunday! Hello, everybody. This is Iyabo Onipede, Coach Iyabo. So, I'm doing the Lou Bartone 30-day challenge, and every day in this month of August, I'm going to give you a leadership nugget that, if you follow closely, is going to tremendously help you in your internal understanding about what leadership is and will ultimately make you a better leader. And like I've talked about, we're all leaders in our own unique ways, and we live in a world of leadership. Like, if you are educated, you have a job, you have a business, you're a stay-at-home mom, you are a social activist, you're a pastor, you're running a startup, you are a leader. And so I think we diminish our understanding of what leadership is, and we discount ourselves. And my goal is to make sure that we embrace that aspect of ourselves. So, happy Sunday. I am headed out in a few minutes. I'm all gussied up, and I'm headed out to First African Church in Lithonia. It's a wonderful Presbyterian church that's doing a lot of innovative things under the leadership of Dr. Lomax. And we are going to be discussing a movie called The House I Live In. And I'm on a panel to discuss this movie called The House I Live In. What does this have to do with leadership? You'll know in a minute. So this movie is about prison, and it's about the war on drugs and how it's never really been about the war on drugs. And so I was asked to speak on this panel. We've all heard about 13th. The church is featuring that movie. They're doing a series of talks around movies, and I was invited to speak on this one. And it's about mass incarceration and how it impacts our community. So what does this My Sunday venture have to do with leadership? Well, Stephen Covey, in his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talked about begin with the end in mind, right? What is the end goal for your leadership and for your life, right? And that's what I'm doing with this. This is legacy building for me. I'm very interested in how mass incarceration affects people, because mass incarceration is one of the things that speaks to a huge injustice in our society, right? If you're this color, you get treated this way. If you're that color, you get treated that way. And so the issue of color and how different people are treated differently for the same crime, it is such an injustice to our community at large that it's something that has sparked my interest based on some personal experiences. And now every chance I get, I do speak on it. What's that got to do with leadership? It's about legacy building. See, with leadership, you begin with the end in mind. What do you want to be known for? It's 50 years after your funeral. The people that you left behind, what are they saying about you? What impact did you leave on the world? Even if you really don't care about what people say about you, like really for me, I couldn't care less what people are saying about my life 50 years after I'm gone. But I want to know that I left an impact on this earth. And I want to make sure that the thing I was designed to do on this planet, I came and I did it. I'm a woman of faith. Most of you know that. I attended seminary at Candler School of Theology at Emory University here in Atlanta. 3-year Masters of Divinity program. My faith is critical to me. I have some fundamental beliefs that I never waver from, no matter what. I am designed and created in the image of God. I am sent here for a purpose. I am here to live out my purpose on this planet. And so one of the things I ask my clients and I ask groups that I speak to, are you living out your purpose on the planet? Are you doing what you were designed to do? This is a mission you were sent to do. Are you doing it? And so everything that you do has to be done with that end goal in mind. You have to do what you're doing with the end goal in mind. What is the picture of your life that you want to paint? And then you can now begin to backtrack into okay, for me to get there, I need to do A. So if I were going to run a 5-mile marathon, I'm going to start out, and I get that picture clearly in my head. I'm going to start out saying, okay, vision. My vision is to run a 5-mile marathon. I start walking. I may only be able to walk a mile a day. And then I get to 2 miles, then I get to 3 miles, then I start walking that 5 miles, then I start jogging, and it takes time. And there are components and there are building blocks. Do I have the right shoes? Am I going at the right time of the day? Who else can encourage me? Who can be an accountability partner? That is how we do begin with the end in mind. So starting tomorrow, what we're going to do is go through some of the individual components in emotional intelligence, as we discussed yesterday, that helps you get to that mission and vision for your life. You know, if you want help on crafting a mission and vision for your life, I'm your gal. I can work with you on that. But more importantly than crafting the mission and vision is knowing you have what it takes on the inside to get to that end goal. Your mission and vision sometimes changes. Let's talk about that. Why does it change? It changes because it gets refined. For instance, I tell people, you know, when I was a child, I used to watch Perry Mason with my dad. My dad and I were like the TV buffs in the house, right? So Daddy and I would watch Perry Mason. And all I knew is I wanted to be a lawyer when I grew up. That was it. I'm just going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a lawyer. And I did it. I went to law school. I practiced law in Atlanta here for 20 years. And I was miserable. And I didn't even have sense enough to know I was miserable, right? So my mission and vision, I had it as, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. But because the core essence of the mission was missing, I never got to the place I wanted to get to with it, which was to feel fulfilled in the work and serve others. So today, because I'm clear on my mission, which is that I connect people to their gifts and callings to help them create social impact. Right? I'm so clear on it. The vision of it is I coach, I speak, I write, I do things like this to get people on that track. Your life is valuable. You have something valuable to give. Come on, let's cultivate it. Let's groom it. Let's draw it out of you and let's push it out there into the world in a way that uniquely fits you. Because I'm clear on my mission and vision, I have no problems doing all the individual things that I need to do, all the step taking to get to that mission and vision. And that's what I help my clients do, right? So there are 5 components of emotional intelligence, which is all the stuff on the internal, right? That shores you up, that strengthens you up to be able to begin with the end in mind. Before you get to mission and vision, these are the things you do. So the 5 areas of emotional intelligence are self-perception, self-expression, interpersonal, decision-making capacities, and stress management. And once you begin to build on each of those things, you will be able, from a place of strength and resolve, to craft your mission vision and put yourself out there. So that's today's wisdom nugget for leadership coaching with Iyabo. What I'd like you to do is a couple of things. I love feedback. Please leave a message below. I want to hear what you're saying. I want to hear what your response is. I want to know what your questions are. Okay? Leave a response below. I love my feedback. Come on now, give it to me. And tomorrow, join me as we get into the self-expression module. We're going to talk about that for a few days because there are different components to it. And I look forward to hearing you and seeing you and reading your comments. Have an amazing Sunday, okay? And join me at First African Church. It is at 5197 Salem Road, Lithonia. And I look forward to telling you about that tomorrow. Bless you. Bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.